Yep. There it is, fellas. I don't know how you guys feel, but we took 1 week off. Literally 1 week. And all of a sudden, fellas, things go haywire because apparently Brock Lesnar is unretired. I don't know. I thought he retired. Apparently he's not. We have a lot of questions, but luckily for everyone who is listening and or watching this pod, we, of course, as the Wrestling Wrealm, will find the answers as no one can. Not to mention, as the bloodline turns, our favorite pro wrestling soap opera has taken a different twist, more of a violent twist. We have to get into all that. What did you watch and more? So, ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts because we missed a week, but we are back. And goodness gracious, quite a bit has happened. But luckily for you all, the Wrestling Wrealm is here to explain it to you. Let's get it.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yes!
That's a nice return, woo. Welcome to the Wrestling Wrealm Now podcast, where we take a deeper dive into the world of professional wrestling. Now, I am your host, yours truly, the realness, the real Dwayne Allen, and I am clearly in the building, and he is your host, the super producer, Brother Hugh, A to A to the S, T to the A to the E, 3 to the R to the D, has the third, is in the building, and he is your host, the Belt King, not just any guy, but Brandon, the guy is somewhere, either here or in the chat, and he is your host, the man, the myth, the legend, and from now on, Mr. I'm striking out on my own, I don't need ya. Hollywood. Brian H. Waters is in the building, and welcome to another episode, edition, rendition, however you want to spin it, of the Wrestling Wrealm Now podcast. Brothers, we're back. We missed a week and all hell breaks loose. Brock Lesnar was retired, then he's not retired, but who knows? There's so much to get into. Jacob Fatu and the twins. There's a lot going on right now, but fellas, how are we doing? How's everybody feeling this week?
Feel good.
Super.
Hey, there they go. Feel good. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm with my brothers. So when I'm with my brothers, it's always a good time. Cause I ain't feeling what I saw on Monday night, but y'all gonna make sense of it. So I'm here to hear what y'all got to say.
Here's the thing, fellas. I said this to Brother Hugh in the chat as we said this before. I was like, oh, I'm a little dim. Hold on, let me turn this light up because it's a little dark. I'm not this dark. Let's turn this up slightly. There we go. Just a little brightness. Here's the thing. You said as long as you're with your brothers, you're all right. You used to be able to say that about the bloodline, or as they call themselves now, the first family. But it seems like that there's a little friction in the family, right? That's what I noticed the most on Monday Night Raw. Not to mention, I used to think, fellas, that we used to be on top of these things. I used to think that we had a nice grasp on what was going on in the world of pro wrestling. We could kind of fox things out before they happen. We can kind of trail the behaviors of some of the things that we're seeing on our television screens and our iPads and our phones. And we could usually say, you know what? Based off our superior wrestling intellect, I noticed that this is going in this direction or could potentially go in that direction. But fellas, I'm starting to think we're losing our touch. Now, we are celebrating 15 years of the Wrestling Wrealm. We've been at this for a while. And I hope that we're not getting so old that they're working some of their most veteran fans that has always had such a strong grasp on this product. But fellas, I'm nervous. Now, whether that is true or not, we're going to find out today after we have this conversation. It's because we purposely saved this conversation for this show so we can share our thoughts, our concerns, and our views with the rest of the world. But with that being said, before we go into all this, we have a couple of housekeeping things to address. And one of those housekeeping things that we need to address is, like I mentioned, we are in our 15th anniversary of the Wrestling Wrealm. Good Lord, this is a long time to be talking pro wrestling. Here it is.
That's a beautiful logo.
It is, isn't it? This is nice. This is nice and regal. 15 years of the Wrestling Wrealm. For goodness sakes, brothers, we've been doing this for quite a bit. And this is probably why today's show has kind of got me flabbergasted, but it's okay. But still, nonetheless, we are celebrating 15 years of the Wrestling Wrealm. 15 years of superior wrestling intellect. And we are celebrating all year long. This has been a monumental year for a number of different reasons. There's been a lot going on, so many changes, so many ups, so many downs, so many lefts, so many rights. But one thing for sure, this year will continuously be memorable, and we will continue to celebrate from here all the way into the end of 2026. And we might keep going into 2027. There's a few things down the pipeline that you all are going to really enjoy. We are going to pull back the layers. We're going to pull back some of the things that you may not have been familiar with or know about the Wrestling Wrealm, how we got started, some of the stuff we've been into, the things we were doing before we started the podcast, and the things that we're going to be doing after and as we grow and expand and all that. It's so much going on. So like I said, stay close to all the social media platforms just to stay in tune and up to date with what's going on. But just in case, for those that may just be tuning in, you may not be as familiar with who we are or what we have been doing for the last 15 years. Here's a quick recap so you can figure out what you probably missed and maybe you can catch up a little bit. Here we go. So join us all year as the Wrestling Wrealm celebrates 15 years of superior wrestling intellect.
Okay, Howard Finkel.
It wasn't in Howard Finkel impression, but it was in Howard Finkel inspired promo. But yes, like I said, 15 years, we're going to be celebrating. Trust me, you guys, we haven't unrolled anything yet, but trust me, when we do, you guys are going to be like, oh, wow, I had no idea this is what you guys have been doing for the last 15 years. That being said, fellas, let's not waste any time. Let's just jump right into the show. We're going to ask our co-hosts, Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa, to do us the ceremonious honors of ringing the bell so we can get this show started the correct way. Gentlemen, help us start the show correctly by ringing the bell, please.
Want to ring the bell? Ding, ding.
Every week here on the Wrestling Wrealm Now podcast, we do a segment called What Did You Watch? Now, what exactly is What Did You Watch? I'm glad you asked. What Did You Watch is a segment where the brothers just catch up on all the pro wrestling conversations, content, shows, all that stuff that we consumed this week, and we catch up on literally what we watched. And in that process, we spark these very intellectual conversations that a lot of you all enjoy, and you also get a chance to get involved in. So without further ado, gentlemen, let's get into our favorite segment of What Did You Watch, brought to you by good friends at SeatGeek. If you're looking to purchase tickets to concerts, live shows, sporting events, and more, head over to SeatGeek.com where you can use our promo code Wrestling Wrealm for any one-time purchase of $50 or more. That's promo code Wrestling Wrealm on any one-time purchase of $50 or more. All right, dudes, what did you watch? Who wants to go first? Who wants to discuss what they watched this week? What did you get into? What was tickling your fancy?
Oh, man. I went back on the vault.
Oh, boy.
And I found some good old Coliseum home videos.
Uh-oh. Now you're taking me back now.
Man.
You got to be careful. When you talk about this stuff, it's tough to watch the new product when you get you wrapped up in the old product. What'd you watch as far as Coliseum video?
See, this is what I was smart. I just put on the wrestling. And in the wrestling, it was like when they would do, remember when they would do like the WWF, the background would be WWF Challenge or Wrestling Challenge, right?
Uh-huh.
And one of the matches I watched was Hulk Hogan and Macho Man.
Mhm.
And the funny thing is, they said Mega Powers reunite because this is clearly 92. Because the opponents was was that it? Yeah, it was like Sid and Roddy Piper or something like that. And then it was some other stuff I was watching. I had like it was like clearly in between WrestleMania 9 and SummerSlam. You had like Tito Santana, Papa Shango. Oh, Papa Shango versus Bret Hart. So it was just like, man, sometimes just throwing on some of the stuff from the vault that the only way you saw it is if you went out to Earl's Videos or Blockbuster and you rented those tapes or you bought it from Sam Goody. So like seeing that stuff. Oh yeah, Suncoast too. Suncoast for me was more of the Attitude Era stuff.
Okay.
So like that's when I was really like Suncoast and Sam Goody, whoever had it. Those two were competing because I was buying, like, you remember the tape collection. A lot of those, which eventually will become DVDs, come from Suncoast and Sam Goody.
We have footage of that. You want to see Brian H's old school video collection at his parents' house?
I'm an idiot.
Not the only.
Oh my god!
What'd you do? Well, no. What'd you do? What'd you do to the video collection? Oh no!
I threw out all the tapes that you don't have. I gave you all the.
Remember that as soon as I said that, Brian H gave me a bowling bag of like, hey, look, I got. I don't know if it was double or it was just the ones you.
Because I got the DVD version. So like the WrestleMania, the Legacy joints. I was like, here, you take them. So you got, yeah.
I still got them in my mama's basement, and I put them on one day to watch them, and I was like, wow, this is really high quality.
That is Wrestling Wrealm Studio 1.0.
Yeah, we've had 2 different studios. We need to start working on the third one.
Look,
but yes,
I get rich.
At least
buy your mother a piece of cake.
Please
or
do.
If you say she can't have it, I always give her hugs. Like I always, your mother always. She
always. I think my mother always has like known my obsession with this stuff. She is like, you know what? She never fought it. She just like, okay. She would come to the house. Here's how mother would know we were doing a show. This is funny. This is pure Wrestling Wrealm 15th anniversary information. She would come in the house and realize the lamps were no longer in the living room. Like, okay. Brian and Dwayne are downstairs doing the show.
Yep.
And she would come in every time. It never failed. As soon as we were done, she goes like, "Hey, I'm home now. I figured y'all were doing a show because the lamps were missing from the living room." I'm like, "Thank you, mother. We didn't have lighting kit, but we used those lamps to try to light the basement." It's because Brian H's Sony Handycam didn't pick up light that well, and we had a very dimly lit basement. She really pulled that same Sony Handycam out her purse in the producers meeting. It's okay.
The people though, they that's a lot of them found us, know, through that camera.
That's funny. But yes, I can't wait for you all to see that footage of let me just go ahead and just put our business out there now. Brian H had multiple polo shirts that you probably could have found at like former mills, like Alco's.
Yep, with the ones with the stripes. And vertically, horizontally.
And I know what you're doing. With the stripes. Yes. That's brother. So you're familiar. And the realness, myself, a very skinny realness, had a lot of oversized skateboard shirts on and probably a backwards hat for whatever reason and glasses. So it's
that's about it.
Yeah, that's what I did. But you're about to fall asleep. It's just one of those things. It's good old fashioned. It's old school realm stuff, and it's funny because, like I said, when it's all gonna come out, like I don't know why we agreed to this, but I think after 15 years, like, who cares? Let's just show the world what we used to look like, and
we're here to show the world.
You like that, brother Hugh?
Exactly. What
I love it. I love it.
Or like saying, bro, I know you would like wearing your hat backwards with the whole skateboard movement, but it's not gonna. It's not
bro,
gonna.
I did. You're the cool one. I've always said that. My kids know it.
By season 2, I realized like this is where your hat frontwards. It doesn't. You don't get extra cool points. Or you had backwards. I was trying to figure it out. And I used to call myself your world heavyweight champion. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Anyway, but that's why the Coliseum videos I did. I was like, you're a world heavyweight champion, the real Dwayne L. I don't know. It's fine. It was the early.
I forgot about that.
You remember that? You're a world heavyweight champion. I remember because I have a T-shirt that says the real Dwayne Allen World Heavyweight Champion, the Roots of Fight T-shirt. But that's what those VHS tapes remind me. It was a bowling bag. I was like, he just gave me like, hey, look, this is it. I still got them. I was like, I'm not giving these up.
Is that
because I'm a nostalgia pack rat anyway. I have a problem. But yes, we do have footage of all of Brian H's home videos. So when you said Coliseum video, buddy, sorry, it took me back. I had to go down memory lane, but it's okay. I was cool as long as you know. I could have did without the WrestleMania 9 stuff, but it's all right.
Hey,
no, it's cool. It's fine. Right. I hate the fact. The fact that I have to keep attacking one of your core memory childhoods when it comes to this business, and I really don't mean to do it. But the level of hate for WrestleMania 9 won't allow me to. But I apologize sincerely. It's cool, brother Hugh.
Don't apologize. It sucked. No.
Okay. I mean, it does.
WrestleMania 41 sucked.
He loves it. He loves it so much, though. And it's like, I don't want to make it personal, but it was bad. And I hate the fact that you love it so much. It hurts me that you love it so much. Because I got to keep going. I got to trust it. Let me give it a chance. And I go,
one day
it bothers me even more.
Double reaction. Because there's only one other person who loves it just as much. My sister.
Once again, though, it's all nostalgia. Those are core memories for you guys. It's okay.
We had to watch we watched the documentary together one day when she was doing my hair. She was like, I didn't know all this. I said, exactly.
That's the best part about WrestleMania 9 is that documentary. The documentary was well done.
Literally. That's it. Yeah.
But you couldn't cook there. That's just Pepsi. And
also, we would never get Macho Man documentary footage.
That's beautiful. And on the rocks. I was kind of laughing when I saw that. I said, this is a great part about WrestleMania 9. It's the beauty of it. Now, Brother Hugh, what did you talk about before we strike out more WrestleMania 9 feelings for Brian H. and he goes down a rabbit hole? What'd you watch this week, Brother Hugh?
Oh, well.
Because wait till you guys hear what I have to say.
Well, I won't be long. But I actually took a break from wrestling to indulge in some horrible baseball. Okay. And
must be watching the Orioles.
One Mr. Yeah, definitely. Once I came back, one Mr. Ethan Page was on Raw with his interview with Michael Cole, man, and I was just like, "Look, bro, this dude,
you brought this up,
brother, realness, this guy, strap the rocket to him, bro. This dude is amazing, bro.
Give me a second.
He ain't lying."
Brother Hugh, I would like you to indulge, sir. Please continue to explain what exactly that you mean, so not only can myself, but the rest of the audience can hear what you have to say and why you feel this way about Ethan Page and his performance on Monday Night Raw.
Look, man. He's one of those guys. I hate to compare him to The Miz, but he's one of those next level guys like The Miz.
Yes,
that's going to get under your skin, and he's going to deliver no matter what. He can deliver on the mic. He can deliver in the ring. No matter who you put him with, he's going to deliver. And that interview further reminded us, or me in particular, that Ethan Page is that guy. He's very reliable. There was a reason that he was in NXT for all that time, holding down the NXT brand as the mid-card champion. Think about that. Nobody cared. Yeah. For me personally, I didn't care about who had the heavyweight championship.
Neither did I.
It was all about Ethan Page. And
neither did I.
You know, like he has range. Think about it. He can be one of your hilarious superstars, or he can be just straight up serious and just be a villain. And he just has he's just great, bro. He's just great all through and through.
Great.
So,
Brother Hugh,
WWE,
you get air horns for that, brother.
I tweeted it. No, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, finish. This was good.
WWE. I tweeted it out. I was like, look, put the title on him, please. This Saturday, put the title on him. I understand y'all love for Penta and what he means to the business, this, that, whatever. I don't care about that anymore.
Babyface Chase. We can have a babyface Chase.
Exactly.
You kidding me?
Exactly. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
And guess what? Ethan Page can even cheat to win. You get air horns for that wonderful insight, brother. You hold on, air horns for brother. God dang it, brother. Man, so eloquent when you describe how you feel about pro wrestling product, especially when you're so spot on. Goodness gracious, brother Hugh. So many months ago, so many years ago, and I remember vividly saying,
I wish we had music just to let
fellas, fellas,
Oh.
he's the guy. Fellas,
Amen.
he's the guy. Okay, and I told you guys when was
He's
it?
the one.
It was the House of Party match. Thank you. It was the match he had against, I forgot what did it was the Final Deletion, that the AEW version.
Yep.
And he was in a car with Ethan. It was Ethan Page and Stokely Hathaway. I mean, and them two just put on a performance of a lifetime. They stole the show for me, and I'm glad that I was able to watch it on YouTube. See, I didn't catch it live on TV, and I'm glad that I didn't, because I saw the full version online first. And I said, "Oh, this guy has it." I said, if he can, his body, as they say, tighten up. He's a little flabby, a little doughy, but he just the car ride to Matt Hardy's house as they were trying to get themselves riled up. Now, America, globally, I'm going to educate you on some things. When there's going to be a violent outing, there's something that happens when you ride in a car. And this is where the term ride or die comes from. It's the process of getting yourself so amped up and ready to fight and ready to go to prepare for unfortunate violent behavior that is going to come next. And when I watch him in that car and him and Stokely Hathaway were trying to pump themselves up to go, because they were scared out their pants to go pull up to the Hardy compound and deal with broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero and all the shenanigans that, and even Wolfgang and the babies popped up. It was just hilarious. And I said, fellas, I think Ethan Page is the guy. And everybody went in an uproar. You guys remember that? And then I went even further. I said, Ethan Page. Hold on, Google's talking to us.
My bad.
I couldn't let her talk. Star Trek.
Right. They talking about Ethan Page. Pretty sure she's talking about Ethan Page.
She knows about Ethan Page too. And I said, fellas, I'm telling you, I said they're trying to, you know, they were talking about the top superstars and they were talking about Ricky Starks at the time. And I said, fellas, I don't think it's him. I said, I believe it's Ethan Page is the one. And everybody was in an uproar, specifically Black Wrestling Twitter. How dare you? Because of course, as brother guy said, oh, because I'm black, I'm just supposed to root for the black guy. And I'm like, well, what are you saying? Is I'm supposed to go with Ricky Starks because y'all, they were comparing him to The Rock. I'm not saying you was in that group, Brian H, but you was around the conversations and you didn't correct these folks. You let them say it.
Why I gotta whoa. Why I gotta take why I gotta take the heat?
Brian H.
Because I didn't I just ignored the foolishness.
Because you are the elder statesman and you are a card carrying brand ambassador for superior wrestling intellect. And these were your colleagues that you knew were speaking foolishly. And you should have said, listen, my people, right? I'm Brian H. and I'm here to educate you. I know you guys like this man because of how you feel and because we're supporting the brothers. Yes, I do too. But what you're saying is foolishness. You didn't say that, Brian H. You sat there and you let them talk crazy.
Hold on, but I definitely said we could check some Wrestling Wrealm tapes.
We got to go back to the tapes. Go ahead.
I definitely said I didn't see it when they said the pillars.
He looks like Bill Clinton. When he said that, brother, he's like, you see his fingers? Let me tell you something. I did say we were talking about those pillars. I'm sorry, Brian. Let's continue. Go ahead.
That was a good one. I ain't mad at it. But those pillars, I did not say. I said I didn't see what they saw. I said, okay, all right, I don't see that. But
a lot of stuttering going on.
No, I
say. Sound like a foghorn leghorn.
Well, I put it like this.
I said.
It's got worse. It's got worse. It's got bad.
See?
It's got bad.
I told you guys.
Because
all right. Let it rip, bro. Brian,
never before. Well, remember, I let it rip a couple weeks ago, and I said
you did. In all fairness, you did. You were just like, this ain't.
It's got worse since then, though.
Yeah.
How does it get get worse. I'm watching SmackDown, and it's a call up. So
You sound like Paul Bearer now. This is great. You got a lot going on, bro. You're on fire right now.
Me and my significant other are watching this, and we've been hearing the talks, and I said, okay. And then I did,
crickets.
And I said, oh my gosh, bro.
You don't have crickets.
Andrade. So let me just throw some names, right? Andrade,
Andrade,
Ciampa, Gargano. Those are just a few names of former NXT champions who've come to the main roster, and they at least got the or the familiarity pop. You feel me? Or the boo, we don't want to see them.
Some type of reaction.
I never seen it. And I said, okay, well, what city are they in? All right, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
What city?
Oh, that can't be an excuse. And then again, the next town. And then nothing. And I said, oh gosh, this dude in trouble. I'm sorry. I said, even Cody can't. I'm like, oh,
even Cody can't save you.
And I'm not rooting. I never root for pro wrestlers.
No,
I may not root for some to succeed. I may not, but I never root for them to fail. And I was like, oh, and I said it. I said I was not feeling that call up because I felt, Shawn Michaels said he wanted to have Javon Evans down there for a year. I felt Ricky Saints needed to stay down there
forever.
He said forever. He just straight.
I just said like that. Like, he's doing some acting gigs, right? He's got some
Dillinger
crossover, but
that's crazy.
Y'all.
Just straight Sean Spears that man. No, you just stay.
Right.
Transition into a trainer. Stop producing.
And I was just like, man, this dude got the aura, SGA.
Wow.
That's funny.
He's the person I looked on my screen and I get irritated every time I see him because I don't like the way he plays the game of basketball.
Why not?
I can't stand floppers.
That's
so you can't stand LeBron.
Yeah, I mean, the other stuff is cool. It's good. It's cool, but he's still boring.
Okay,
I like the.
He doesn't have a big personality. That's true. He doesn't.
I like the San Antonio Spurs.
I mean, a lot of people like San Antonio Spurs.
And
Maybe not tonight.
But when I tell you the disdain I have for that team, that was the only team in the NBA.
Did.
Brother Hugh knows.
Well, it was personal. We were Kobe guys.
Yeah, that, and they were boring. And Mr. Fundamentals, Tim Duncan.
Don't talk about my guy. That's my guy. Don't talk about him.
That's my guy. But nah, this guy, but this new Wemby something else.
Hey,
he's the type. That's the type of ball I like.
Not tonight though. They didn't go too well.
Yeah, but
they got him out of there.
See, he gonna take that personal. But they got he got one.
Yeah,
that's what Ricky Six needed to do. He needed to take that personal that nobody's cheering.
I told you all. I said Ethan Page. Let's just talk about how great we are, as far as we're not arrogant group. We don't pat ourselves on the back, but for the moment, we're really good at scouting talent. And I always say it. The first thing I gotta go and say, I told you so, because everybody doesn't see it. I saw it before.
Driving all the way from Toronto to Baltimore. That was the first show we worked.
When we worked RCW that first show. And we was like the guys from Canada. It was Ethan Page and
Josh Alexander, right? Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander. We was like, man, the Canadians they stole the show. They were young guys. Like he was like, he's like, yeah, because we were watching. Like, yeah, the best part of the show was, I don't remember what else we liked. It was like, and I think was Adam Cole on that show? He wasn't on that show, but he had been on a couple. He was like something, and it was somebody else, and we kept saying in the Canadians that was the best part of the show. They were really good. And even back then, and like did not even know who these guys were. You know what I mean? And then even their time in TNA into where they are now. But the reality is, the Wrestling Wrealm is really good at scouting talent. I remember when Brian H first introduced me to Shane Strickland. Were you at that show, brother Hugh? Was you there with us? Did he
I don't
go?
think I was. No, I wasn't there for that one.
It was the
Brian would remember better than me. You know, he's an elephant.
He was Brother Hugh there? Was he there at that show? It was us. Brother Guy was there. Doc was there.
Shane Strickland was on what show?
It was an MCW show where Matt Hardy versus Luke Hawx was the main event.
Oh yeah, no, Brother Hugh was not there.
Mm-mm.
And now was that Devon Dudley or was that Caitlyn and Brian Cage?
They was at the same show.
No, they weren't.
Remember? Yeah, they were.
Because
remember, I'm gonna tell you how I remember. Caitlyn was about to sign, and Devon told her, "Don't sign the stuff."
I thought Caitlyn she signed it though. She signed that stuff.
She started
to. Okay.
And then Devon got the old vet got in her ear because that was my only time home coming for a show.
Okay, yeah.
That's when Black Wall Street was on the thing. Amber and them other people. She had the suit on, and she was the women's champion.
Joe was trying to get people to sign autograph pictures of him, and he's like, "Who?" Devon's like, "Who's this for?" Nah, I got to talk to what's the guy's name that runs MCW? Dan.
That was the night Drolix won the Shamrock Cup, and you said he flopped his mic time.
Is that the guy with the hat? Yeah, he wore like a lumberjack hat.
He was yeah, but you said, bro, what is he doing? Like you had the whole crowd in your hand, and you kept saying the same thing.
Yeah, that bothered me. I was like, dude, this is your moment. This is the
it was his moment. But the reason why you don't remember it because we got Matt Hardy versus Luke Hawx.
Yeah, and I remember specifically I was there to see Matt Hardy. I was like, no, I need to see Matt Hardy in this main event because this is when Matt Hardy was like, I don't want to say fresh into his indie run, but he was like main eventing the global scene.
He was getting ready to win the TNA championship. I think he won it the next year.
And this was right before like Ring of Honor was about to be in our backyard. Because you remember eventually he would go to Ring of Honor. He would beef with like Rhino and
I was living in Connecticut at the time, so Ring of Honor had already been here. But by the time I remember I was in my first apartment, and then when I was in my second apartment, I remember writing a story once Matt Hardy won the TNA title, and he commented on it because I said, yeah, he was like, that's when he was like stronger than death, and I said,
yep, that's okay. So you were gone by that time then.
Yeah, I was gone by both of those.
Okay.
Yeah, but this time I was at home visiting.
Gotcha.
And he's like, oh, let's go to the show.
He was beefing with Jay Briscoe around that space when he had his face on the belt. We talked about that earlier too. But yeah, we're really good at discovering talent. And
we won't go back, right? Let's might as well share the screen real quick. Take you back. You ready for this one?
You have footage?
Look at those faces.
Oh my gosh.
A young Michin.
That was on the flyers too.
Yeah, you see,
I remember seeing that flyer.
Yeah, Sarah.
Probably on your windshield, Brother Hugh.
Probably,
bro. Oh, shoot, what was that? She was what you call his wife? What was her name in WWE with the Riot Squad? It was Ruby. Was it Sarah?
It was
Sarah Logan.
Sarah Logan.
Sarah Logan. Yeah, down to the bottom right.
Oh yeah, that is her.
So these are the matches. Yeah. First time ever.
Chris Jericho.
that's your
don't
daddy.
Let other guy here you say that. But there he is, Ethan Page, right there. A young Ethan Page, the Mustard Mafia.
Wow, look at those guys. I have a confession, brother guy. I'll admit it. I remember you. And I'll tell the world. I'm not ashamed of it. It's 15 years. It's time to come out with the truth. I don't know if this is the show, but one time for RCW, you gave us flyers to hang. Remember that MCW?
RCW.
So MCW did a show at White Marsh and at the Avenue, at the Avenue,
oh, right?
And it was called like Rally in the Alley or something like
that. That's exactly what it's called.
Okay,
get you ready for the Ravens season.
Cool, I'm telling you, cool event though. Like it was, it made sense. It was right between.
Was that the one with Goldust was there?
Not Goldust. It was Gilbert.
He didn't go to that one.
Okay. All right. I knew I saw one there with Goldust, and Matt Hardy was there too. Or that might have been two different ones.
Oh, did you get one in White Marsh?
Yeah. You went to. I think Brother Hugh went to the one. Oh, you talking about when it was Amber versus Jesse? The when Renee is the referee.
Yes.
And that was their payoff.
I saw the footage of that because that's okay. I remember.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, yeah. I interviewed Jesse, Amber. and Renee that night.
Because Jesse was like, I'm Jesse McKay. Like, so she got her little promo. And it was like, that was a little exaggerated.
I had her pegged as the next surprise ICW Women's Champion, but I think they're going away from that because now that Sol Ruka's up there. But I think we eventually gonna get Jesse versus Becky.
I don't know. They're kind of going away from it. But then again, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I saw Gilbert. I saw the one brother Hugh Gilbert was there, and I like lost it. He literally heard his name and turned around and came back and shook my hand.
Gilbert is that guy, bro.
I was like, it's Gilbert. I just like lost it. Hey guys, it's Gilbert. He turned around and said, hey, how you doing? I was like, what's up?
Remember I sent y'all the video where me and Corey was getting on the bus. I mean, the flight to not Corey. I was with somebody, but I was on get ready to go to Mania 33. And I sent you the video because I was walking on my plane. And
on
the same plane.
Yep. You're lucky if I wouldn't, I'd have been embarrassed. So I'd have said Gilbert.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all the secret. He would have flipped out, bro.
Right. Go to a wrestler show with the Wayne. People gonna think, you're supposed to go in the back.
I swear, bro. Something about being a tall guy, as skinny as I am, and I was even skinnier then.
You're seeing that. Think about the business has changed.
That's true.
You was almost a wrestler, right?
Bro, listen to me.
You got recruited, didn't you?
Yeah.
Everybody looks at tall people like clay they want to mold. Virgil, God bless this beautiful soul. Soul Man Jones.
Mike Jones.
Man, he sits there and folds his arm. We see Virgil at the an RCW show, and Virgil's pissed the entire time. This is great. We're still in What Did You Watch? Because this is excellent. So at our RCW show, in Virgil, this is what I was told. I don't know if this is true or not. It said, "Oh yeah, well, Virgil just showed up to the show." Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
I don't know if he found a flyer or what, but I was told like, "Oh, Virgil's here now." Like, what do you mean? Like, oh, he just showed up and set up a table, and there was like at the time there was only 2 merchandise stands. It was like there's a dude named Joel. I don't know what his name was, but we know him as Joel, and he would set up his merchandise. He always had like bootleg DVDs and older DVDs and stuff like that. I bought Sting's TNA DVD for $5 at the end of the night, which I appreciate because I really wanted to see those TNA matches. And at the time, you couldn't find them on YouTube anyway. But another table was he was Virgil, and I think was it Robbie E? Was Robbie E there now?
No, wait, yep.
Same night. Yeah.
Here you go.
And Brian H asked for a picture, and he's like, it's $5. And Brian H said, all right, never mind. And he said, that's cool. You can come on and take a picture. So shout out to Robert Stone. It worked out for you, sir.
Oh, buddy,
that Brian H rub. I'm telling you, we're taking it back tonight. So anyway, Virgil's there, and we're like, bro, what's Virgil, bro? And mind you, this is Brian H's homie, because Brian H and Virgil go way back to East Point Mall.
Oh, no, we don't.
Right. Definitely.
Brian H and Virgil, like Soul Man Jones, they know each other since East Point Mall. He's like, yeah, I know them since, and I think Virgil remembered them. And he's sitting there, he's pissed because he's got the $1 million championship and he's got his 2, and he's pissed because like, man, my belt is broke, man. I'm trying to get this thing. He's just fussing the whole night.
That sounds familiar.
Nobody's paying to see Virgil, and I'm not going to realize if
you see what I did there? Okay.
I'm not even sure. This is funny. This is already starting off crazy. I'm not even sure anybody realizes that Virgil's even there, like for a meet and greet, or like I'm not sure if he had like a poster with his face. Did he ever set up Brian H? I don't remember.
No.
He just had a table and he just had a bag and he had $1 million championship.
And pictures of him and DiBiase, him and Andre.
And he just pulled him out and he had him at the table, and like nobody's like, oh, it's cool, it's Virgil. Because mind you, they're probably like Brian H. They probably met him already years ago at East Point Mall or at some point. So then Virgil comes over to the table, and this is we meet. I think I met Doc for the first time. I don't know if that was the first time I met Doc. Because it's all a blur.
Yep, that was the first time we met
so
Doc.
that's the first time we met Doc. Doc had his leather jacket on, his Bluetooth, and in his ear, he was just talking about some stuff, and he had his little camera. Doc had a little Schmeeny camera.
He definitely did.
He's always have his camera So, we talking to Doc. Doc, first time I met Doc, he's telling me about, just, hey, this is, kind of like showing me the ropes a little bit. Yeah, you come, you do your thing and whatever. And I'm like, so who's this dude, Brian? He's like, well, that's Dr. D. He does a lot of interviews and, he's trying to, he kind of goes all over the show. But you knew who he didn't, you didn't know who he was?
No, we both met him the first time.
Okay, well, this was right.
Unfortunately, I remember Virgil came. He went up to Virgil, was like, "Yo, want to get you my show?" He said, "Nope, I don't do radio shows."
Yeah, that's the first thing. He's like, "Yeah, nah." Like, and Virgil's always fold his arms like this with his chest all up. That big chest. No, I don't do no shows. And we sitting there like, this looks awkward because Doc knew who we were, but like Virgil's talking to us, and he's like, "No, I don't do no shows." And he's like, we kind of have a show, but we didn't present ourselves to Virgil. He started talking to us.
Yeah,
we just talking like, yeah. So what you guys? They're like, hey man, look man, we in school. We told him we got a show. Blah blah blah. He's like, oh okay, yeah, that's nice. What you doing? I'm confused, mind you. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm at the show. He's like, no, I'm trying to figure out what you're getting into. What you doing? Like, what you ever thought about the business? I was like, come on, Virgil, listen. I love the wrestling industry, but whatever. Okay, all right. Well, listen, you something you need to think about. So he goes back to the table, trying to fix his belt, which he never fixes, by the way. And Brian Ace is cracking just like, yeah, he trying to get you to be one of his boys. He gonna drive you around and take all your money. Like, okay, listen, I'll take you around, get you booked, and you give me 80% of your money, and you get the other 20%. You get on. Yep. And I'm just like, this is your boy, Brian Ace. This is how he acts all the time. He said, yeah, Brian Ace, that's how I met him at East Point. He was the same way.
He went to Ultrazone.
Right, exactly. I love him. Right? Yo, right. I was there a couple weeks ago, bro. Ultrazone is still there. It seems so much smaller now that I'm so much bigger. But I'm like, dang, Ultrazone is still here, man. It's my brother's birthday.
So much fun.
I'm trying to tell you, I love laser tag, but it's like, wow. Yeah. I wanted to see if it was still there, and I was like, oh, it wasn't open
last time
yet.
I went, Jonathan was probably 7, 8.
Last time I went was 1998.
What?
I was about to say, like it's been a minute
for me, beans,
bro.
My brother, my oldest brother, who's now 40, he turned 13. We went to Ultrazone, and it was like the greatest birthday party I've ever been to. This is insane. I don't think it ever got.
It was that in Skateland back in the day.
Bro, you kidding me? Skateland was like the club. Are you kidding me?
Right? You know what I mean?
Like you go skate, like bro.
It literally became one when you became an adult, and then you realize, like, wait, adults still go, and they would, because then once we was like teenagers, I remember my cousin would be like, "Yo, you gotta go to Orchard. They be all that wild, and this way the party."
That was the crazy one. Orchard was the wild space. The one in Danhausen. That was the one that was like, all right, yeah, they're a little more.
Go to Shake and Bake on Mondays because gospel skate night.
Shake and Bake something else.
And so, well,
and you had to try not to get shot.
And that too. And in other states, adult skating was like a normal thing. You know what I mean? Especially in the southern areas. But yeah, man. Yeah, so we met Virgil and
skating backwards and whatnot.
So
you mad because you couldn't do it?
Look, just because you could, Mr. Moonwalk.
Man, it was an insane time. So we saw Ethan Page in that show. Met Doc for the first time. Virgil took a liking to the Wrestling Wrealm. We were like, yo, we just kind of had Virgil on the show. We wanted to write down the stuff we talked about. We could technically call it an interview, but that night we wanted to prove to him we were one of the boys. And Virgil was like, man, so what are you doing? I'm like, I'm watching the show. No, I'm asking you, what are you doing? Man, you got your tall, you got this build. I'm like, man, I'm in school. Yeah, but school ain't going anywhere. Like, he was selling it. Still arms folded, his chest all up. Virgil. He's like, man, but school ain't going nowhere, man. I understand school, but you can't teach size. I'm like, Virgil.
This was after NWO, right?
Don't get me wrong, but
you know what else he said that night?
I'm scared to ask.
I believed it at the time, but hey, I ain't a wrestler. He's supposed to be smarter than that. He said that DiBiase was better than Cody.
Yes. Again, how could I forget that? We got into a full-blown wrestling conversation. We got into a full-blown conversation about legacy at the time. Yeah. This was right before they called Virgil back because Virgil what maybe I don't say a few months, but like right after Legacy, kind of it was might have had to be like a year or two after that he popped back up.
Yeah.
Remember they brought him back to when DiBiase was doing this thing and he was kind of
trying to get him going.
Yeah, they was kind of humiliating him. And I was like, man, we gave him the rub. We got him going again. But yeah, so that's what happened that night, though, RCW show. So we discovered, like I said, we have discovered talent. We know talent when we see it. And when they see tall people, we know they try to discover them as talent as well.
I'm sorry, but I gotta ask, did he give reason why DiBiase was better than Cody at that time?
Man, he was
I'm sure he did.
Everybody, so
yeah, he was disgruntled vettish.
Okay.
Good.
And it got worse as the night went on. The more people didn't recognize that he was like Virgil. Like people weren't coming to be like, yo, I need to get a pic with her. Because that's how we treated him. But I just thought, like, we was brothers. First of all, we was fresh in the realm of just probably got started and we were trying to show our respects. That's really what it's about. Like that was one of the whole thing that we don't want to be fans. We want to be. Yet. You said we didn't?
We hadn't did the first show
yet.
We
hadn't even done a show yet. So, it was just we were it was in conversations. We were trying to figure it out because there's many a times if Brian H had his way, we probably would have been started the show. But we were just trying to. He was. Brian H came up with the idea of the Wrestling Wrealm, and he wanted to do it the next day. So when you want to meet tomorrow, hey brother, let's iron the details out first. Oh, okay. Now we can just all right, that's cool.
Gospel singer used to say a song goes like this: I'm not that way anymore.
Brian H came up with the idea on Monday. By Tuesday afternoon, he's like, "So you want to record today?" I'm like, "Hey man, we haven't even figured out the name of the show yet, buddy. That's cool. Just give it patience. We had multiple meetings. Anyways, wait till we tell that story." But anyways,
that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is season 15 flashback moment with the wrestling.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, that's how we got into that though. But yes, I call it everybody. Ethan Page. Is there any other talent that I said? I said Trick Williams. There's quite a few.
You definitely said Trick. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you another one, and I'm gonna segue into what I watched this week. Kevin the Jet Knight. I'm telling you. That guy's good.
Very good.
Fellas,
very good.
He's really, really good. I'm like, oh, I like this guy. Like I've always been familiar with him. Like, oh, he's cool. But unfortunately, when he started getting hot, he got caught up in like the young black dude wave, where it was just a bunch of them. So like it was like Carmelo Hayes was getting into the mix, and then Javon Nevers had just kind of got caught up, and then like Trick Williams was kind of coming in the mix, and then Leon Slater was also doing his thing, and then we seen the fellas from France. It was a lot going on at the time. But then like now that everybody's kind of like gone there, not their own perspectives, but their own ways, and the dust is settled, I'm like, oh yeah, he's really good. Like sitting there watching him on his own, like without, watching all these young talented black guys back to back. I'm telling you. But fellas, I watched some AEW last week, I should say. And I watched the AEW world title match between Konosuke Takeshita and Darby Allin. Konosuke Takeshita is a bona fide main event stud. Let me just go ahead and just make that very, very clear.
Talk about it.
I don't know what's going on in New Japan, man, but if all the heavy hitters like the new talent stay in New Japan, obviously we have the partnership, but he's really, really, that main event match was really, 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 really good. I watched that. I was like, man, this is really good. And Okada, still being Okada. It don't matter what the gimmick is. Doesn't matter how he does it. Him challenging for the AEW World Championship. I'm gonna tell you one thing I like AEW is doing now is what I think they should have done a long time ago. Is they're introducing so much new talent to the main event, the world title picture. So like Rush just made a challenge for the world championship match, and I'm like, bro, this is what y'all should have been doing. Even if they lose, you have so many former world champions on your roster. Put them in the conversation. So at least that people look at them as like, we're recognizing former world champions that are coming to challenge for this championship because we're selling this championship as the most prestigious prize in professional wrestling. So why wouldn't former world champions come after this? But that's just my opinion about that. So I might, man, if they would have done that earlier, I think they could have gotten so much more use out of their guys that left their promotions to come to AEW. The Okadas, the Jay Whites, mostly everybody from New Japan Pro Wrestling or what was formerly known as Impact Wrestling, Penta, But like I said, and my boys came back this week, the Gun Club. They came back looking lean, looking in shape, got back into the mix. So there's a lot going on in professional wrestling. But
man, I'm disappointed, man. Willow gotta vacate the belt.
Oh yeah, what's going on with her? I saw her tweet something out. And she was like,
shoulder injury.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
one of my favorites. Like probably one of the top 5 favorite women's wrestlers in the industry.
Yeah, she's gonna be out for a while. That's an unfortunate one.
Yeah, shoulders.
You guys want to talk about how over Danhausen is?
Let's talk about it. The guy who's going to make sure. I ain't even gonna say it because I don't want to jinx it.
What you mean? The New York Knicks go to the finals? Is that what you were about to say?
We saw what he's been doing. We just been seeing what he's been doing.
I'm telling you, it's funnier when like the stuff that he says for fun like actually happens.
Right.
It just adds so much more credibility to the character.
Yeah.
You start thinking twice, like, wait a minute. It's like I cursed the Knicks, then I uncursed the Knicks. They said I want courtside seats next to Timothy Chevrolet and Kylie Jenner. And like you see a picture of him courtside with a Danhausen jersey with the Knicks. Like, please, Danhausen. Like everybody's in on the joke. Please, Danhausen. We love you around here. Don't. Crazy. And then they win and over. They're down 20 with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter and somehow come back and win in overtime.
I come back in the other. I go in the other room. I'm eating. It's like 15 point, 16, 17 point game. I'm sorry, whatever. I come back in.
Let me tell you
6
something.
points. And I was like, wait a minute. And then they won.
I had just saw the clip of Danhausen cursing the Cavaliers, right? And this was like the end of the third when I saw that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, you know what? The Cavs, they got this bad boy. So at like 7-8 minutes, it was like 93-73 or something like that. I was like, man, I'm going to bed, bro.
That's what
I wake up the next morning, Knicks win this, that. I said, oh my God. It's true. And what did I text y'all? I said, Brother Hausen is legit.
I was like, man, he's legit Hausen.
Yo, the fact is, like, this dude has this debut and nobody likes it. Nobody likes it.
And he cracks his own joke about it the next day, though.
Right.
Exactly. And then by WrestleMania, he's got the whole blow up dog. Just him and Roman.
He's got his own section in freaking WWE Access or whatever it's called, WWE World. Yeah. And he's got merchandise. I'm like, how did they get this ready so fast? And then he became, I think a week after that, he was the #1 merchandise seller, like over Roman Reigns. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Bro, and it was shirts everywhere. I was tempted. I was like, now I kind of wish I did get a Danhausen shirt.
Bro.
I was like, man. And the crazy thing is, I remember this is the days of the when Amber was putting together the mad esthetician character, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, "You familiar with Danhausen?" I said, "I heard of him." She said, "Yo, I love that dude. Just watch him." She's like, he knows his character and this, that.
100%,
so he was on, the dude whose names is on the back of the credit card. He was on his show, right? And so I was watching. I said, "Oh, okay. Like, all right, this guy's legit." And I was intrigued in the character. Didn't really care about like the wrestling or nothing. Then I remember he was in AEW. I was like, "Oh, okay, this is cool." Okay, I don't see him, And now look at him, just everywhere. It's like you legit like the music is catchy, and that's the biggest.
It's
thing.
very 60s, like. I don't know what you call that type of, like that 60s
Monster Mash
music. Yeah, bro, that's exactly what it reminds me of. Monster Mash type music.
Yeah. It's like that stuff we used to hear when I was taking a film class in community college. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, every time this dude is on my television, I need to watch because I don't know what he's going to do, what he's going to say, and it's hilarious. And then he's on network TV. I'm like, wait, he's on ESPN. And it's not even like they're promoting It's not like they was promoting Saturday Night's Main Event or anything. I mean,
Right.
it wasn't about wrestling stuff. He was just legit on there.
He just showed up. Yeah.
Yo, this dude, if they win the
I'm sorry,
championship in New York, bro,
Yes,
he will never have to pay for nothing.
No,
he's going
it's
Money in the Bank.
bro.
Yes.
The more I don't know how to describe why it works, but it's like first of all, kids love him because they find him incredibly funny.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why it works so much and why it's working so much on the WWE level. But I remember when he dressed up like, okay, he just put a ball cap. He put a stocking cap on his head, and he had a Austin t-shirt, Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirt, and he went around saying, "I'm going to convince people I'm Cold Stone Steve Austin." And then like, and you can tell like people weren't privy to what was going on because Carmelo Hayes looked so confused. He just started laughing. He goes up to him. He goes, and that's the bottom line because Coach Steve said so. And then he turns on and goes, he thinks I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Carmelo Hayes just looked up and started dying laughing. And I'm like, what the heck? And then like, I think I don't know if it was Randy or somebody. And then we went to Jelly Roll, and he goes, and that's the line bottom because I'm Coach Steve. And he goes, is that Danhausen? He goes, oh, he figured out who I was and takes off running. I'm just like, what is going on right now? And this proceeds to go on for like 7 minutes of just him. First of all, it's so insane. It reminds me of the stuff that Tadiri used to do with Wigan Regal. R-Truth. I mean, just all this stuff. And I'm like, there's a place for this in this business. And the WWE just knows how to do it. And I don't know if this is confirmed or true, but I heard that there's a Danhausen reference to one of Drake's new albums or whatever he's got going on right now. I'm like,
man, you gave that a few spins.
I don't know. I haven't. So somebody kept saying like, dude, he referenced Danhausen in his album. And I was like, if this really happened, because I heard he referenced Danhausen, I heard he referenced Roman Reigns. I said, so clearly Drake's a wrestling fan. All right, we got that. But Danhausen, out of all people on a Drake album, talking about she's very nice, very evil, something Danhausen.
She calls herself nice, but she's very evil, but she moved very evil.
Very Danhausen.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
He said, you
gave it a couple spins, you know.
So he's obviously heard this song before.
Google. It's called Google.
He said that's actually my favorite track.
That's that.
So
no good way, no Drake.
I have no idea why this is working so much, but I was always familiar with his popularity because he was always. You guys saw him as much as I did, like on every like WrestleCon or Wrestle event. He was just there, and I was like, "Who is this guy with this makeup?" And you knew who he was. You know, he was a funny guy. And then I remember when he got so much buzz, and then eventually AEW signed him, and then he popped up on AEW TV one day. And I was like, "Oh, look, it's Danhausen." They finally signed him because he just was everywhere. Like he was going to the event, and like I said, he was making the heavy hitters laugh. Like he had like multiple pictures with John Cena in full gimmick, like full gear. Same thing with CM Punk, and I was like, oh yeah, he's out here just having a blast. What?
He kind of gives me Michael Scott vibes.
Yes, that type of. I don't know what you call that type of humor, but it's definitely Michael Scott vibes. The crazy part is, I would have never put my finger on that, and that's like, you know what? I think that's what it is, Brother Hugh. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you about his gear. Do you like his gear?
I'm okay with his gear because
Shawn
the last
Michaels
gear,
like.
the last gear he had was like Shawn Michaels. It's like he's having his Dolph Ziggler moment. He's like,
right.
Like, yo, why does he have the Shawn Michaels gear on? So
Facts.
I got no beef with Danhausen, man. I was like, man, this dude is I don't know. He just figured it out. Yeah. And it's working for him. But it's ridiculous how over he is in such a quick amount of time. And it's like, how come we got seen so many AEW superstars making a lot of money in WWE now? And it's like, what's going on? You guys make yourselves look bad right now. But it's okay. It's Jade already came out and said, it's like, yeah, you know, AEW is like my what do you call it? Like it's my NXT. It's like, Jade.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's
but
not nice to say that.
Yes.
It's not nice to say. But she was being honest though, but it's okay. But yeah, I think that's everything we watched. As the time goes.
Well, that went long.
Yeah, I figured it would. That's why I didn't book anything else. But But quickly, what's going on with your boys though? What's up with this? Hold on, time out, because I think this is. As the bloodline returns, and we got a lot going on right now. We're not going to stay here because we're going to get into this next week as we get closer to Clash at the Castle. But what the heck is going on, man? The Twins got their hit back with Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu has lost his mind. He's found something new with his tongue and death grip. Roman Reigns, they beat him pretty bad last week. They got their hit back. Everybody's like, bro, check this out. We the first family. You trying to call us out? We let you slide. Now we gotta get our hit back. They got their hit back, and then we get to a very violent line in the sand. Tribal combat. This is not going to end well for anybody. And the Twins know it. Jimmy and Jay, like, I hate the fact that it comes to this, but this ain't going to end well. What are we talking about, fellas? Does this end with Jacob Fatu joining the first family finally? Is this their way of beating him into submission like he did, like Roman had to do with Jimmy and Jay for him to get in line to finally acknowledge his tribal chief? What's going on here?
Well, you know, the thing is,
your brother used face. He's a guy who wait for this.
Thanks for being a fan.
Absolutely.
You know, this is
absolutely.
You hit it right on the head, right? When you see that right there, the way the ropes are, it took me back old school because that's how they used to get beatings back in the day in wrestling, right? You all remember Macho Man sitting there like that when the snake bites is, you know, that's, I don't want to say it's a lost art in pro wrestling, but tying people up in the ropes that way, it's like, oh, you about to get this work and you can't go nowhere because not that easy to get out.
Well, don't forget when DX did it to Stone Cold at the DX public workout and they kissed him on the forehead.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
I mean, we knew that. Yeah, that's the way you just said it.
Do about it.
Exactly. So when you see this, you know what I mean? You know, like, oh, this is it. And he was like, all right, now do what you want to do with him. And I was like, dang, man, that's your family. And you know, this man, he tried to take care of his kids. He might be a little crazy, but he just trying to take care of his kids. But he off the hinges. But then tribal combat. And you know the rules that they don't follow is nobody's supposed to get involved. Jacob got involved in the last one with Solo. So I can see Solo getting involved again. You know, he be trying to play it cool, but I could definitely see him getting involved in this one. I think, obviously, like you said, you know, the Twins, they know what's about to happen. I was even wondering, and I was like, I'm going to see what y'all say. Do they introduce another family member? You know, because they the one family, like everybody keeps saying Zilla, which I don't think is going to happen, but they can literally cook up family members and have them like TV, WWE ready and just drop them in.
Yeah, but they keep cutting all of them.
I was about to say, I ain't trying to hear that. They just cut the best one. He's talking about.
Well, okay. I ain't gonna say the best one. You said the best one. They keep cutting everybody.
I know that, but you know, and I know that's a long shot, but I'm like, something's got to happen, right? And somebody's got to go to Jacob's rescue.
Do they?
No, not really.
What if he just falls in line?
Jacob is a Haku / Umaga.
That's what they selling them as. Like they letting that tongue and death grip go for real. Like, like
he needs to be tamed, and that's what Roman's there for.
And the Twins, they like, because they look like, dang it, man, we got to do what we got to do to him what was done to us. Because remember, Jimmy and Jay didn't want to get in line. I hate you, Roman. Roman said, I know.
And they keep saying that it's the reason we didn't bring in the Tongans.
Yeah.
They keep saying that. So he's definitely gotta get in line.
And the difference with Jacob is he's off, he's mad. See, that's what brother he was talking about. He's pissed like, now it's personal because y'all could have called me and now you didn't. You knew I was starving, you knew what I was going through. You think my kid, like, he's taking it really, really personal.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? And Roman's whole thing is this exactly why we ain't want to bring you in, because you not trying to fall in line. You off the hinges, and they're kind of selling that part. Like, yeah, that's the whole point. You ain't never dealt with someone like me. And they looking like that's why we ain't bring you in the first place.
The hothead. If you just fall in line, you'll understand that you're going to eat, bro.
That's
You're going
yeah.
to.
And he's
But,
like,
you know what I
nah,
mean?
I ain't worried about what you talking about. I ain't worried about what you talking about, twins. You know, they don't even get, they're not even allowed to be individuals. They just the twins. That's when you're making it family. You're making it personal. It's like they looking at him like Jacob. Like, mind you, you gotta remember they a couple years older than Jacob. Like he's a little bit younger. Him and the Solo came up together a little bit. So they trying to like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. It's complicated. And even when we talked about it in the group chat, like, man, what's LA Knight getting involved in all this stuff? LA Knight is in the Usos bushes, and it's to the point they don't even want to address him. Jimmy was like, not now, bro. He's like, yeah, huh?
Why should you?
Stop it. He's like, yeah. We was just us and we were doing our thing. Yeah. Now you stop it. You're gonna be just as bad as you were doing before. Yeah. They like, bro, not now. Well, you guess what? Well, you know what? I'm leaving now because you're on your own. Yeah.
The fact all right. He kept saying, "Not now, yo."
Yeah,
that's disrespectful.
Not even just like I just ran you your rights. I told you about this. You're not even trying to acknowledge nothing I'm talking about. Yeah. And then he goes, he picks a fight with Seth Rollins. And hold on, I'm sorry. He goes and picks the fight with Seth Rollins. In both images, The Rock's face is on the truck. I don't know if that has anything to do with this, but with everything going on anyway, because we got to move on. He goes and picks a fight, says, "Rob, huh? You looking for somebody to help you out? Well, guess what? I'm not helping you. Yeah, I'm leaving." I'm like, so wait a minute. You just told
walks off with his little suitcase.
You just told him about himself. Tell him he's going to need help. But guess what? Nobody's here to help you, and neither am I. And now I'm leaving. And then zips off with a suitcase. It's like, what was the point of it? Like, anyway, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, he just spits at everybody. Like, one man's trying to find something to do. Anyway, but yeah, man, this is going to heat up. This is going to be I'm curious to see where this goes. I love the fact that he's constantly in these main event conversations. This is what Roman promised to do. He promised to put the family on, and by him being in this feud, I didn't see it coming this way, but this is doing so much more for Jacob Fatu. Like he's going to be so much more of an established player after he's done with all this, or he may not be done with it. Who knows? It's only time will tell. But we'll get more into this next week, fellas. I just wanted to ask Brian Nation. This is a family situation.
Not now.
Yeah, not now, because we'll be here for days.
Bro, I remember to talk. I couldn't stop laughing when he kept saying that.
Bro, he kept saying not. Now I said, "Dang, you're not even going to address what I said to you, bro. You're disrespectful. I just read you your rights. Not.
That's
now."
the thing. Like you was like when you get mad, you trying to do something. Your parents like, no, not now.
So you just gonna leave me hanging? Okay.
Y'all trying to tell me LA Knight ain't the joke of the WWE? Come on.
No, it's
that's
not.
crazy.
LA Knight is Diamond Dallas Page of the group. He's a people's champion.
He is.
Saying that. All right.
He
is. What are you saying? He's an older guy. He might not be world champion. If he does, it's going to be late. It's going to be transitional, maybe. But he has his bet. The fans love him.
He had the diamond doll.
He gonna get that Damian Priest run. He gonna get him enough money in the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, half a second just to get him there. And,
yeah.
And then, like I said, he can always be in that conversation. Once you're a main eventer, you're a main eventer.
Good. Yeah.
Now, speaking of main eventers, what the freak happened? This is the whole point of the Tonight Show in the first place. Brother, you said, hold on, but let me tell you something, bro. This, first of all, when I saw this, speaking of Michael Scott, I immediately was like,
no, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I was like, oh no. We finally thought that Femi had avenged every brother that had been slayed by the beast. And then he comes back. Fellas, I'm so confused. The point of tonight's show was for us to discuss Brock Lesnar, who seemingly have retired at WrestleMania. Left his gloves in the ring, left the ring, threw up the X's, cried, hugged Paul Heyman, walked out, waved to the fans, and everybody forgot about the match. They didn't care that it was 3 minutes. Because it was like, oh my goodness, we just lost Brock Lesnar. What's going on? Everything happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at the psychology of a situation like that, especially now, seeing Brock Lesnar allegedly, I don't know if we're calling this an unretirement or what, but popping back up to seek revenge on Femi. And I said, So let's think about the psychology of this. If the match was 4 minutes long, and if anybody had a problem with the match, I promise you they won't even be talking about it. Is because Brock Lesnar didn't give anybody a chance to. Nobody said this. Oh, that match sucks, because everything people could even think about was, or the match was short, was, oh my goodness, Brock Lesnar's done. And everybody knows Brock Lesnar does what he wants to do. So nobody questioned it. Our minds were made up. Dang it, he's gone. It was thank you, Brock. He just lost the match. He was a bad guy, all kinds of stuff. And we cheered Brock as he walked away like a cowboy in the sunset. Only for this guy to come back after Femi beat up. Hold on, let me go to the big screen, because this is not funny. He beat up my boys, Los Gaza, last week when he had the Femi Open Challenge. Nobody in their right mind is going to fight that guy. He goes back, he snatches my boys back from talking to some Hispanic honey dips, and he pulls him out. He beats him up. And I'm like, man, you made these guys black out their social medias and put these cryptic messages up on their Twitter accounts. I'm like, God dang it, Oba. You had to do all that. And then next week, he said, I'll be back next week to continue the Femi Open Challenge. I'm like, oh, geez, this is not going to go well for anybody. Just Roman, get it over with, because this is not going to. Who's going to want to fight this guy? So we get back to the following week, and this happens. He comes out for the Femi Open Challenge, and Brock Lesnar returns to the WWE. What the heck is going on, fellas? Did Brock Lesnar really retire? How did we not see this coming? Did we get worked? What are we supposed to think when it comes to this? Somebody's got to help me understand something. We got to have this conversation. Who wants to go? Because I can't.
Wait.
I don't know. Brian H., you're annoyed. Let's hear why Brian H. is annoyed. Why are you annoyed, Brian H.? Talk to us.
Bro, I was fine. I was ready for the non-Brock Lesnar WWE. It was a great run. It was a great career. Let's move forward. Like you said, avenge all the black folks. Now I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, do we need Brock again? Now I understand.
You can't go wrong with him.
You can't.
Because Clash of Italy is looking pretty loaded now. I'm like, this is why nobody respects Manias anymore. Because you're putting on these WrestleMania quality shows like throughout the year.
Yeah. So Brock Lesnar,
you got to think about it. You got Brock Lesnar. Think about it. You got just forget the cards, Brian H. Let's just think about this concept. You ready? Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns both have a match on the same card outside of WrestleMania. When are you going to see that? Yeah. You make the show 10 times bigger when you do that. Yeah. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I just, I think I was just, what you say, work yourself into a shoot. I was looking forward to, seeing how this challenge was gonna go out. I knew all right, nobody's gonna beat Femi, whatever, right? Realistically, I don't want to see what the path seemed to be laid out. Oba's gonna run through everybody and win the title at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. Too predictable.
Yeah, it's too predictable. Now, as I'm forced to pull out my license of superior wrestling intellect.
That you didn't do that when you heard Black Twitter talking crazy about. You let them talk crazy and you just let it happen. But go ahead. You have a responsibility to the people, Brian H.
Exactly. Now living up to it. I'm disappointed.
If Cody had to go 3 rounds with the Beast, Femi gotta go 3 rounds with the Beast.
Now you're talking, man.
And Oba gotta slay the Beast. But Brock, really, did we need the retirement? We didn't need all that. I'm just saying.
Why are you upset? Are you upset because you feel like he didn't need it? Or are you upset like me because they got you? Because they got me and I'm pissed.
Yo,
they got
me. I hate.
Honest enough to admit it.
Let me be honest with y'all, and this is gonna sound very, very selfish. Very, very selfish. I hate when I'm in a place and I feel like I saw history, and that history becomes null and void.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair argument.
I was at WrestleMania 33.
Mm-hmm.
That night, John Cena proposed to Nikki Bella. Okay, relationship stuff happens. Right. Exactly.
Well,
right.
There's a reason why they had to take that out of the WrestleMania career highlight footage.
But also on that night, Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
When the lights went out and we were all watching the replays as it happened, shocked. Okay, Roman beat the Undertaker.
He fake retired too, didn't he?
Bingo. That same night, bro.
See?
And the thing is, I remember when Roman won, I remember thinking like,
Was it a fake retirement though? He retired that gimmick.
no, he didn't. He
Didn't
came
he?
back the next year and fought Cena.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
remember?
Damn, he did. With
Cena
his
had to
soul. I
bring him
forgot
out.
about that.
See, remember Cena called him out?
That's
Cena
crazy.
called
I
him.
forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
So it's
Continue.
like, here I go. So when I saw this, I said, oh, here we go. Another Nolan Void WrestleMania moment. So that's why
Just scratch
personally
that.
I hate it.
Okay, that's fair. So you have I expect nothing less from Brian Nash. You have a legitimate reason. That's a very intellectual way of putting it. Because I'm just mad because they got me. I'm like, God dang it, Riddles. Why didn't you see this coming? It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Brother Hugh? How did you feel about this? Brock Lesnar comes back after allegedly he's laughing already. After allegedly retiring. And I'm like, so did he retire or not? Is this a joke to you guys? We all got emotional watching him leave the ring. Like, what's going on? How did you feel about this? What were you thinking when you saw Brock Lesnar return, unretire, and then take out the great Black Hope? Like he's our one. And they're like, no, Brock Lesnar, you were supposed to be out the picture. We weren't supposed to deal with you anymore. And now he's back.
Y'all remember what I put in the chat, right?
I do.
I don't. What you say? What you put?
I can't say it, but
You ain't lying.
the brothers can't have nothing. What the hell? Like, come on, bro. No, but no, seriously, I was shocked because, well, first of all, when I was watching it, you know, he's in a pose or whatever, and it was perfect. It was perfectly shot because when I first saw it, you couldn't tell who was attacking him because of that light.
The light,
I was
the
like, hold up, who's dumb enough to attack him?
Bingo.
Brock picked him up, and I was like, oh my god, this dude is back. Are you serious?
Bingo. When I saw that hair flying, Brother Hugh, I said no.
Right. But after, I got the emotions out the way, I was like, this makes sense because, like you said earlier, where is this open challenge going?
He's got no matchups.
Exactly. He's going to squash all the talent. Now that doesn't do well for your talent. Like a guy like a Grayson Waller,
Bingo.
who's trying to find his way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, that doesn't make sense. So how can you save Oba? How can you save the rest of your roster? Bring back Brock Lesnar. Make this a 2 out of 3 or whatever it is it's going to be. You know? So I'm like, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm not sure if Oba loses.
You look so nervous because you don't know the outcome. Like,
I don't know. Go? I don't know where it's going. Yeah, is it going to be a 2 out of 3? Is it going to be, just
no contest?
Yeah, I don't know.
And they got to do it again. It's probably going to end like in Hell in a Cell because they're going to destroy everything.
Has to.
Yeah, Brother Hugh, here's the thing. Okay, now we have our opinions out there. Let's try to have a pro wrestling intellect conversation about it. Let's see if we can bounce some ideas off of each other's brains and try to see if we can come to a proper conclusion about this. And then we're going to go home. So here's I've come to like 2 conclusions. One, I'll say this. When he first got attacked, I'm going to tell you who I was hoping it was. I was hoping it might have been like Omos. Is because I know that him and Omos have squared off at house show events, and maybe it didn't look that great, which is why they didn't pursue it. But I know during Oba Femi's last days in NXT, I know a couple house shows they've had them kind of face up, and Oba Femi was like there's pictures of him looking at Omos like he was nervous. Like, I didn't expect like my Nigerian brother of this size to be squaring off with me, and I was like, okay, cool. It makes sense is because Omos is still fresh, but he's also a giant. He can have a good bag. Like, it would look good for both of them if Oba had to chop that tree down. And if it looks hard for Oba to do it, it sells how much of a monster Omos would be. And this is just me booking, right? I'm like, oh, that would make sense. Even if Omos loses, you know what I mean? Because of just, strength and agility, whatever reasons, it makes him look strong because it's like Oba Femi destroyed Brock Lesnar, and now he's trying to chop down this tree and he's having a hard time doing it. And eventually, that you can ride it out for as long as you want to. That was originally what I seen the hair flying. I said, oh Lord, that's Brock Lesnar. What is going on? Another theory is Brock Lesnar probably did retire and then realize, hey, you know how much money you can make if you
at Minnesota
match. He
Like,
said,
come on
"Oh,
now.
okay, cool. You didn't tell me that. I don't retire." And he said, "I was just like, wait a minute, you just retired? No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll come right back." Paul Heyman sitting in the back, like, yes, he is retired, but here's a contract with his name on it, and if you sign his contract, you have the biggest rematch. And I'm like, dang it, he's right. He's right. But that's when I knew how huge Clash in Italy was going to be. When I'm like, so you got Brock Lesnar versus Femi, round 2, and I'm assuming it's just going to be longer than round 1. And then you got Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. I'm like, okay, so, and we're probably going to get longer matches because they're only 5. Usually, what they do 5 matches on the card, anyways. I was like, oh boy. So we complained about the matches being short at WrestleMania, but I'm like, are we getting in Brock Lesnar over Femi's story? Because to be honest with you, who else is he going to really go toe to toe with besides a Brock Lesnar? You know what I mean? I don't know if this is long term. I don't know if this is a rivalry, but it looked like it's about to turn into one.
That's crazy because Omos does make sense, but it would make even more sense if Omos would have beat Brock Lesnar at Mania.
Yeah, and we knew that was going to happen, because Brock
Absolutely.
Brock's it's his choice.
Yeah.
He's on that status where, hey, I choose, word on the street that Brock Lesnar handpicked Femi to work with. And we assumed it was just to put him over on the way out the door. Well, what are the chances, fellas, this shows up on WWE Unreal Season 3?
Yep. So, people saying they book it for Unreal now.
Because look, this could be an Unreal moment. Because and I feel like I'm slighted because I'm like, they got me. I used to be on top of these things, fellas.
Yeah, it messed me up a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you.
I wonder how, and I watched somebody's like live footage of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And although it wasn't as dark because of the camera angles, of course, we only have access to whatever they show us versus the people that were there. I don't think they knew what was going on either, because it was like a slight pause before he got in the ring, and then everybody kind of lost their minds. But then once I saw Femi getting flipped and flopped and tossed, I was like, oh, this isn't going to go well.
There's only one man that can do that to that man.
That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like, what's going on? But what are you guys expecting from Brock Lesnar and Femi? What are we looking at? Are we looking at a series? Are we looking at a legit fight? Are we looking at a one-off? Because it's like, well, we saw the one-off, but it wasn't a one-off. What are we supposed to think these days? That we got people fake retiring now? And the crazy part is, it's not the first time it's happened, because look what Mark Henry did.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Henry got us. That was one of the few times during the McMahon era we was like, wow, he really got us. That performance was one of a kind. Like, he cried. He came out there in that salmon-colored suit.
We're gonna always remember that.
Yeah, he had his boots. And once again, and me assuming he knows what he's doing, like that's why he wore that salmon color, because he knew everybody with that moment was going to stick in people's mind. Yeah. And he had one more main event run. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, he kind of got his character back. He was World's Strongest Man in the Hall of Pain series, and then like he gets a program with Cena.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Why are we stumped? This is what we do, fellas. This is what we do. Though. What is that?
I think Brock Lesnar was retired and they came with the money.
He said, how much? Oh, yeah, I'll do that for that. Yeah, but Brock, we just retired it. Yeah, I know, it's fine. We'll just unretire me.
Or maybe what they said would, maybe there was creative differences that night or heading into WrestleMania. He got ticked off. I said, I'm going home. And maybe they fixed it.
That's also a possibility, but that's always here's my problem. Here's my problem with that theory, Brian H. Although that sounds very plausible, like I think that's a possibility. That is the Brock Lesnar that we've always been sold. Am I right? Oh, he doesn't care about the business. He just cares about the money. And as long as the business is right, he'll do whatever you say, as long as you guys pay him a ton of money. But over the years, we've heard him talk about how much he's passionate about the industry, how much he's passionate about the business, and not just from him, but from the superstars that he's either worked with or people that's been around. Says, no, Brock has a great mind for this. He really cares about this. It's like, that's not what we've been told. And not saying that they told us that, but that's what I
think back to like WrestleMania 34, right? When through the belt events. That's what I was thinking, like, because he was word on the street. He was supposed to put Roman over so he could go home. And he was like, "No, Roman's you're winning this," and that's why So
the thing is now, though, you can see that he's passionate about it. Like I talked about it before. when he was working with Oba. You can tell like he was really into putting Oba Femi over. He doesn't do that for just anybody. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is Brock a TKO guy though?
That's crazy.
Yeah, they paying him, but I think every little thing, and this is obviously I'm speculating, right?
Why?
If
Why wouldn't he be? The UFC, WWE, those are his stomping grounds.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, you would think that, but I could see him being more of a Vince guy.
Talk to me.
I just feel like, I mean, all right, if you look back in wrestling, right, there are certain guys where Vince would never say, like he always said, oh, I got one son and one daughter. But there are certain people that are like, huh?
He's a liar.
Yeah, there's certain
people have already said Vince is like a father figure to
yeah, and I could see Brock being one of those guys. Like there's upper echelons, right? And honest, like and I'm when I say upper echelons, I'm talking Hogan. Before the Montreal Screwjob, Brett, Shawn,
Kurt.
Austin. You said Kurt?
Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle said
oh yeah, certainly. Yeah, I think Kurt Angle is another one.
Obviously.
Yeah, these are like his elite, right? And even though I think Kurt left and probably it ended up saving his life, but if Vince protected him when he got back and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Roman, obviously. But yeah, Brock is in that category. And then you got those other ones, those like the ones like, oh, and you know who else is it? I would say Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Seth Rollins is probably the last. I would say Cody's more of a Triple H guy. Probably would have been in this go round, but he's definitely more of a Triple H guy. But I think I ain't gonna say there's loyalty, but I think it's like anything. Remember when Vince first left, right? And it was like, and everybody was like, and it was like, yeah, Brock quit. I think it came out that he was shocked, and he was like,
he showed up to the arena because Triple H did confirm that. You're right, because remember they said he showed up to the arena, found out what had happened, and he had threatened to leave, and he went back to the hotel, and Triple H had to hurry up and call him and get him to come back to the arena or something to that degree.
Yeah, he jeopardized the SummerSlam main event.
Yes,
so I think that. Maybe contract negotiations or something. I don't even think it was creative. I just think maybe it was creative, but not that creative. Like not, he didn't want to lose, but maybe something. He was like, you know what? Forget this. I'm retiring.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, when it comes to Brock Lesnar and the character of Brock Lesnar has never shown. Here's the mystique about Brock Lesnar, because. He could have been. This could be just like, oh yeah, because he could be working, because we don't know what we know about the real Brock Lesnar. I think that's probably the problem. It's because the Brock Lesnar that we've always been given was whatever Paul Heyman says. Oh, Brock Lesnar doesn't have a phone. Brock Lesnar doesn't like people. I don't call Brock Lesnar. I leave a message at his mailbox and he gets back to me when he feels like it, because he does whatever he wants to do. You know how Paul Heyman talks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and we're like, okay, all right, cool. So, and we've kind of always taken that as who Brock Lesnar is. Okay, well, that's just who Brock Lesnar is. He's not a people person, but we see him taking pictures with fans. And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought he wasn't a people person. You know what I mean? You hear him being involved in conversations and creative. And I'm like, wait a second. I thought he was just doing this for the money. But then like, you know what I mean? But then it comes out like, oh no, Brock Lesnar has the ideas and he really loves guys that get the business. And
he watches matches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he actually watches wrestlers. I remember he talked about he liked working with Samoa Joe, because Samoa Joe was able to kind of take it to him. And he also was able to take it as well, as far as the physicality of the matches, and didn't complain. It was like, oh, I like this guy, because he did like. We all saw when Braun Strowman kneed him in the face, and he got his hit back, and he popped him, and he dropped he dropped Braun Strowman to his knees as his receipt. But it wasn't to that degree. It was within the industry, like within the business, where it wasn't like a potato to the face, but it was enough where it was like it looked believable. Brock Lesnar working with a Samoa Joe, because they're like, oh, I like how he could, he can kind of dish it out, but it was in a safe way, a way that he didn't feel threatened or feel like, oh, you're being unsafe with me to the point where I have to punch you in the face for real. So we've always been conditioned for that. So to see him in the middle of the ring, super emotional, crying dang near, fighting back tears, kissing the ring apron, leaving the stuff away, looking at Paul Heyman like, man, I'm done. And Paul Heyman looking confused. I don't believe nothing Paul Heyman does, but when Brock Lesnar does it, that's so uncharacteristic for what we've been programmed to believe about Brock Lesnar. Yeah. We were like, nobody thought twice about it. We've never seen that side of Brock Lesnar, only for him to be like, psych, I'm back. It's probably going to come out some way or another. Like, hey, did you really retire? Or was this all storyline? Like, listen, go out there and cry. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to do all these things I've never, like, remember he was even doing interviews. Remember he did a podcast one time. I was like, look at him doing interviews. He was, at one point he only did Pat McAfee. And then he was on that one. He's like, oh yeah, man, I'm here to feed my kids. You ought to see my grocery bill. In fact, that's what it's all about. Just to feed my family. And we're like, Brock Lesnar's talking about real life stuff on a podcast. This is unheard of. So when he did that, we were like, oh, we're not surprised that the end is near. He's already doing some uncharacteristic stuff as it is. And usually when guys start doing uncharacteristic stuff at the end, that means they're close to the end. So I don't know. I'm just stumped. But like I said, fellas, I'm more disappointed than anything. Because I'm like, yo, why didn't I catch this? Realness, you're losing your touch.
Yeah.
You're losing your touch. After 15 years of doing these shows, and after watching wrestling for as much as I have, we have been complaining about how much Triple H has found a way to keep us as engaged as we are. But I'm telling you, fellas, there's not too many times I feel stumped. This is one of those times I feel stumped. And quite honestly, I'm upset about it. Now we looking at buses, we looking at the floor, we looking at all kinds of crazy stuff. This level of paranoia to try to keep up with what the heck is going on. And Brock Lesnar retires, he cries, he leaves. He doesn't even give us a chance to complain about how short the match was, because we're like, oh my goodness, we're happy Obi won, but god dang it, Brock Lesnar's retiring now. We can't even be mad about the fact the match was 6 minutes. I don't know what to think, but I do know for sure.
Yeah, got me lost now.
The good news is we're lost. The good news is, for once, us old dogs, we get to sit back and watch something kind of unfold without us really knowing where this is going. This is another thing pissing me off, fellas. It seems like because they're using the fact that we know too much against us. So like now we're overthinking. Well, why would Brock do this? Well, this is not what he's usually known for. Like they're taking all the stuff that they know that we know and say, okay, we know that they know this, and we know that because they know this, they're probably going to assume this. Now, how do we go in a different direction? Because I assumed that man was completely retired. He cried in the goddamn ring at WrestleMania.
He did.
Like he got extremely emotional.
Cried, yeah.
Like,
Brock don't cry.
Right.
Do you see what you just said though? Brock don't cry. Who knows this man's been taking acting classes all this time? It's like, yeah, fellas, I've been taking thespian classes, and I think my performance is going to really sell by the time we get in the ring at WrestleMania. All of these things could be true, but in our minds, just like you said, Brock don't cry. It's because we're so familiar with the character that he's probably a trained thespian. Oh, I don't even talk.
Bro, what's that dude's name? What's his name for Martin, bro? I can't think of his name.
Which one?
Remember when they did the play?
Yeah.
What is his name?
With the tall, the tuxedo
light
shirt
skin
on?
guy, the light skin guy,
the guy that was acting like he was a Shakespearean actor, but he was doing all the Chitlin Circuit church plays.
Yes.
What was his name?
God, that's gonna blow me.
I forgot his name just that fast. But she was like, "Oh yeah, you know him from his acclaimed stage event, Lord, Mama." No, it was Lord, Mama's Tied, and the follow-up. Yeah. Mama, the Lord's tied
too.
His name was something, bro. It's like Raphael something. Because in the part, I got like Timothy De La Ghetto, the YouTuber's name in my head.
Right.
It's not that. It was something. It was something. I forgot it. It'll come to us. Brother, he's probably looking it up right now. But yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm the thespian doing Romeo and Juliet," and it's like, "Come on, man." So who, like we're so convinced that we know who Brock Lesnar is, but like I said, he might be a thespian. He probably doesn't even have a country accent. I know he's a farm boy, but what if it's just a gimmick? You know what I mean? What if it's just a gimmick? Like, man, Brock Lesnar's been working this. He's been preparing for this all this time. He's like, I was never retired. We just told you guys that. We knew that by doing certain things in the ring, you would know that this is a symbol of us being. That's like Triple H doing it when he have his boots in the ring the following year when he came back. And then the next year he has a match at WrestleMania.
Right.
But who knows? The exciting thing is, apparently, we still have Brock Lesnar back, and this is probably not going to end well for anybody. Brock Lesnar versus Femi Part 2. Who, man, especially under the impression that Femi's probably going to be pissed, and he couldn't even get his hit back the other night. But
And
only
the man
time
ripped
will
his
tell.
pants while he did it.
You say what?
I said Brock Lesnar ripped his pants while he did it. So Oba got beat by a man that ripped his pants and literally
Dang.
showed his ass to the world.
That's embarrassing.
Excuse my language.
No, was the guy James Earl Jackson?
That's what it was. It was
That's-
James
yes.
Earl Jackson. That's what
Yes.
it was.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Brian Ace. James
So
Earl Jackson.
Homeo and Juliet episode.
Yes, that's
Season
it.
4,
That's
episode
it.
2.
Yes. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, you know he's the Lord. Mama's tied. And the follow-up, Mama, the Lord's tied too.
So that's what
You remember them Chitlin Circuit church plays they used to come to the Lyric Opera House?
man,
Come to the Lyric.
what?
Coming to the Lyric, April 27th to the 28th.
Well, they go to Morgan now, don't they?
Yeah, I was gonna say they
Yeah, they go
started
to
Murphy
Murphy Fine Arts now. Yeah.
man, because my mother went to a few.
Yeah.
Yo,
The critical stage play. Don't drop
Yo.
the chitlins because the grits is hot too.
Remember when Medea's plays hit the bootleg circuit? The church bootleg circuit, though.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
man.
Church
members
members was passing. What? Yo, they was passing the Medea tapes and DVDs around.
Because
Like, it's crazy.
I remember when the Medea box set showed up at Walmart. Oh my goodness! All the black church ladies, including my mama, was snatched all them bad boys. Like, oh, Tyler Perry Place is at Walmart now. We're like, what? That's the first time I saw the place.
Yo, I remember my senior in high school. Like my dad would go to like one of his quartet buddies' houses, and you know they would have like a little cookout, and it's like, "Is that Medea?" And they would all be sitting around watching it like it was the Tyson fight, bro. And them joints was sitting,
That's crazy.
yo, that joint
He
was
was-
like mixtape, and that was Tyler Perry was an underground legend in the church.
Yes, he was.
Bro.
Like,
That's
and
wild.
when his joints like made it to DVD at like Walmart, that's when they was like, oh, he
Yeah,
made it. And everybody,
yup.
everybody else was like you said, it was kind of like bootleg, like they would just run off copies or they would sell them at the shows or something like that, and then
And
you would
then
have to like, you know what I mean, and pass
and
them
it made
around.
you want to go. It made you want to go see it in person. That joint was like the old school where they used to do wrestling.
Yeah,
You know, so the DVDs or the tapes trading was a way to get you to the shows.
Yep. And then remember at one point, not too long after that, like BET started showing those plays on TV once they saw kind of how Tyler Perry started kind of blowing up, and he kept going. And now Tyler Perry makes more money than Will Smith. Isn't that crazy?
All our
That's
teachers,
You said who?
all our Morgan teachers hated him.
Oh, they hated his guts. He doesn't follow no rules for the film. Listen to me.
I was about to ask, like, why is that?
He got
Bro, what?
he breaks all the film rules, and he has like continuity issues, stuff like that. Like there's a lot of pet peeves, but
Bro, we had to watch them stuff in class. One of my favorites I remember was Precious, and Monique smoking a cigarette lit. Then it cuts to Precious, comes back, cigarette not lit,
Not lit.
cuts
Oh,
back.
that's
then it's
crazy.
lit.
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I think Tyler Perry is smart enough to realize that my audience does not care about these things because I'm catering to black church women at the end of the day. And he was
That's what-
absolutely right.
Bow Wow said he loved doing Tyler Perry movies. Them joints be done in 5 days.
Yeah. And that's like I said, now he got his own. He bought that old plantation and built the whole production studio. He's a gazillionaire, he's a billionaire now. Like he has lunch with Oprah. Like I'm like, dude, figured it out. And he's always writing TV. He's like Michael Jackson. He just got TV shows on deck. That's why you see random Tyler Perry shows showing up on like Bounce. And
That is true.
And he's like,
That is
oh, it's
true.
a Tyler Perry because he got a set of shows for BET. He got another show for about like for every level of TV you want, he got a show for it.
Hey Tyler, you want to have a wrestling show?
I mean, hey, listen, if he can find a way to put some drama into it, and there's plenty of it, he can, just
Have
consult.
a show
Trust me,
about
we got
wrestling.
plenty of stories.
A show about wrestling podcasters and everything that happens in the business. You start right here at the Wrestling Wrealm.
About 3 to 4 brothers.
About 3 to 4 brothers. Trust me, consult and just cut the check. And trust me.
Nah, we're gonna be actors. What y'all talking about? We getting them actors checks, we getting them directors checks, we getting all the
want
residuals.
everything. I want to be executive producer.
Yeah, that's
And
what I said. All them,
and then sell it to one of the big networks, please. Sell to BET, please.
mm-hmm.
Well, yeah,
everything.
To bet.
Man, what? So yeah, it's so much going on. Like I said, we didn't get into a whole lot of the details because we still have the clash in Italy. Of course, WWE wants to make a great first impression in Italy for the first time for such a major PLE event as usual, which is going to be big. So they're not being shy about it, especially if they were either bringing Brock Lesnar out of retirement or if he was never in retirement. Adam Pearce seems to be just as upset as we are. Like, I just put in retirement papers for this man. Tell me what the heck is going on. And Paul Heyman, he is retired. He is. But here's a contract with Brock Lesnar's name on it. I'm like, this bastard, bro. This dude's pissing me off.
My guy out, bro.
Yeah, they do.
Like I said in the group text, if he wasn't already bald, he'd be losing his hair.
Facts.
My man just be trying to keep a tight ship on Raw, the flagship show. He's got the responsibility for Netflix and all the craziness going down. He got Jacob Fatu and Roman going there. It's just insane. Anyways.
Well, what's going on with Saturday Night Main Event? I forgot all about that. I just noticed that it's this Saturday.
Is that this Saturday?
That's this Saturday.
We got that. We got Double or Nothing this Saturday. MJF may lose his hair.
Oh,
He's
got
not
a full weekend of wrestling.
You already know.
They're gonna put that belt right back.
It's lit.
You already know what we got going on, bro. It's gonna be one of those. That's why I say there's a lot going on. Darby Allin's definitely shaving his head. It's already halfway gone. And Darby Allin's down for anything. He's fearless.
Is this hair on the line too?
I mean, I thought it was just
MJF's.
If it's hair versus, I don't know. Well, maybe it is just
his title on the line.
Hair versus title. You're right. So he'll probably still shave his head anyway if he loses. If he wins.
It's about to be some foolishness, though. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I don't have a reason to care about MJF as much as I used to. Like I'm trying to get character invested, and I don't have a reason to. Like, because you're mean. Like, you got to do something to make me hate you besides saying you're the devil. We've heard that thousands of times, okay, buddy? But it's fine.
Bingo.
Well, you know how I feel about Darby.
Yeah.
He's very similar to a guy that actually just came up my screen.
Let's not do this. It's time
Guess
to go
what
home.
year it is? It's not 2008, but it's 2009, huh?
That's not any better. That was the year. That was the year. No, but see, Darby Allin doesn't have socks on his arm that he can sell at the merchandise table.
That's true.
2009, all you saw was socks on people's arms.
That's literally it. Yeah.
Swinging arms like this. Shout out to the Hardys, still hanging in TNA.
Yep.
You guys see who just showed up in TNA, right?
The brothers?
No.
Did
they? Did I miss something?
No, I told you. NWA Power.
Don't get me excited.
I'm about to say you got them all. Don't do that to that man.
They're back. No, it was
what's his name? I forgot his real name, but
Giovanni Vici.
Giovanni.
Oh yeah,
Giovanni Vici. I said, what took him so long to show up? He got cut like 2 cuts ago.
I was about to say that was like a year or 2 ago, right?
Yeah, he got cut a while ago.
I actually like him as a wrestler, though. I like him.
I do. I like him even as that character. The character that I think he's about to play in TNA is what they were going to repackage him into, but then it like turned to a joke and he kept losing. Remember?
Yeah.
He lost like 42 seconds. He's like, wait, I wasn't ready. I was like, wait, so what are you, Santino now?
To Apollo Crews. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's cool. Do you think we'll see Uha Nation showing up in TNA? I don't see why he wouldn't. To me, that sounds like the most probable. Like, why wouldn't you show up there? That's the place to go.
Why not? Yeah.
They only somebody. Vets. They only taking vets and new faces. There's no in between people anymore.
I'm not mad with that. He still has the possibility to work with WWE. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's been in that family for too long. I don't think he wants to go.
You can see some bangers of matches with him and Cedric.
That's he's another
Mustafa.
So those guys running TNA right now, TNA International Champion, TNA X Division Champion.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, we got Leon Slater and Cedric Alexander rematch coming soon. Leon Slater's really, really good. I hate his gear, but he's really good.
It's only a matter of time.
He sold that lumbar check, the second one. I was like, oh dang, that fight. he dropped him on his back and like stage flipped on his neck. I said, this kid is good. But yeah, it's a lot of wrestling going on, fellas, man. We got to stay fit and we got to stay mentally in shape to consume all this stuff because we can't get out of pro wrestling shape. We got to be able to consume this stuff.
Am I tripping? Or does TNA have something Friday?
Do they? I don't know.
think it's a regular show. Or was that next week?
I know they're live on Thursday, but
I feel like they have something on Friday.
That I'm not sure. Is something going on Friday? No, so far I think it's just Impact on Thursday.
Okay,
And,
I don't see anything. So maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's down the line.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. Well, the next big pay-per-view, I think they have Slammiversary, which is June 28th. So that's about a month or some change out.
Cool.
But that's the only thing I see that's advertised. But yeah, man, TNA's trucking along. I mean, I want them to be successful. TNA is like it's on NXT time with me. Some days I'm trying to find reasons to lock in, but I can't. That's not enough to keep me there for an entire show. Like
y'all need to bring y'all butts back to Baltimore and make sure y'all bring the wanted man. Stop playing around, bro.
Yeah, what's up with your boy? Because he didn't come last time. UMBC was there.
I was highly upset.
No, it's cool.
I was ready to blow that damn arena up.
Well, tell him to leave his black boots where they are and bring the white boots. That's why he hasn't won a match in like 6 months because he don't listen. You told him he won, and then he want to go back to win on black boots.
He let his brother borrow him. Yeah,
no, it's cool.
All right.
Because my brother didn't have boots, so I gave him. Okay, that's why he keep losing zigzag. It's fine.
Yep.
But in the meantime, this is we're loaded up for a very insane week of pro wrestling, and of course we'll be back to watch it all. Hopefully we can get some content out to try to attack some of these other things. We're trying to do some other Wrestling Wrealm live on Instagram and all kinds of different things we're trying to expand into, pending our schedules and stuff like that. But this is an exciting week, man. There's so much going on, so much to watch for everybody. So if you don't like one product, you can always watch another. If you prefer one over the other, then that's okay too for it. But enough of the tribalism. It's all pro wrestling. And in the meantime, follow us on all of our social media platforms at the Wrestling Wrealm. Subscribe to our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube at the Wrestling Wrealm. Don't forget to follow Championship Culture on Instagram at Championship Culture _. Go back and watch all 4 seasons of Championship Culture on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Wrestling Wrealm. Playlist, Championship Culture. Any last words, brothers?
No, man.
Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, wrestling fans, as always, stay wrestling fans. And until next time, we will see you next week. We out of here. Peace.
Houston, we have a problem.
For all exclusive shows and bonus material, subscribe to our Patreon channel at patreon.com/the_wrestling_realm. You can watch all of our Wrestling Wrealm content anytime on youtube.com/the Wrestling Wrealm.